welcome back to the channel. We are going to be making that beautiful set that y'all just saw in the last clip, but let's get into it. Of course, we're going to be using BT Art Box. These are their X-Coat Tips 2-in-1 gel system. I'm using their pink ones, but they also have a shade that comes in like that nude brown. I get the pink because I make nails for y'all, and I don't know if y'all will want the brown or the pink, but if I had to make them for myself personally or just buy the nails for myself, then I will go with the brown because it works better or it looks better on us darker tone girlies. For me, the nails run about $15, like $14.97 on Amazon. There is a dupe on Shein that the quality is just as good, if not better, and that is me being completely honest, y'all. And then there are other brands that I do like, but for now we're sticking to the BT Art Box. We're going in with a thin layer of the base coat, and we just do that so the polish could stick better, y'all, remember. But base coat, and then we go in and cure that for 60 seconds. When I tell y'all I was literally scrolling for forever trying to find a nail inspo, I was literally scrolling for forever. I wanted it to be the fall theme, but at the same time I really didn't care if I couldn't find one. But I did find one on Temu at that. So y'all know when it comes to press-ons, you want to use a builder gel. Now I have gotten an email asking if I could promote this brand. I'm not going to say the brand, but they have like a clear builder gel, and I just want to tell y'all, if y'all see clear builder gel, then y'all can get that too. It doesn't have to be like a color based builder gel or anything like that. I found this one and I'm just going to stick to it, but if I can't find it and I have a regular pink gel polish, then I'll just go over top of it with the clear builder gel. And the builder gel, it does exactly what it says. It builds up the nail. Basically just give it more of a stronger foundation without using acrylic, and I absolutely love it. When I tell y'all I get so many compliments on my nails, a lot of people stop me. I just got stopped the other day in McDonald's again. Like, this is not the first time I'm getting stopped in McDonald's, but got stopped at McDonald's, and the girl, she told me that my nails was cute, and this is where these exact nails that I am making in this video. But I got comments and everything, y'all, people telling me that my nails look like I went to the shop, and I honestly think it is because of the builder gel, and it's because of the way that I apply it. And I could do like a detailed video on how to apply the nails so they can look like acrylics or look like they're a natural nail or that you went to the shop. But now that the base coat is on and the builder gel, we cured that. We also went over it with the matte top coat, y'all, cured that again, and now we could go ahead and get into the nail art. So we started off with our thumb, and I'm taking some blooming gel and I'm just covering the entire nail with a thin layer of the blooming gel. And I'm going to be using this brown color that I got from Model Ones, y'all. When I tell y'all I had this for so long, I had it for so long to the point where the polish is separating. Like, you can see oil or whatever it is, I don't know, it's separating. So I'm just using a little bit right here, and then I'm going to also make another little pow or dot of polish for this same brown. If you're going to be using blooming gel, you don't want to get it mixed up with any other brushes or anything that you're going to be using on other nails if you're not going to be using blooming gel on those nails, if that makes sense. And for the blooming gel design, or this design, you don't want your dots to be too big and you don't want them to be too close together, because the blooming gel, it literally blooms or spreads the polish, so you don't want it to be too close because you want those individual lines in between so you can actually see the separation. And I do like to cure that so it can stop spreading, so go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then moving on to the pointer finger, I found this creamish color that kind of matched with the Inspo on Temu, but we are going to be using this cream on the pinky, the ring finger, and the pointer finger, and we're going to be making Frenchies on every single last one of those nails. And when it comes to the Frenchies, I went back to doing it the way that I originally was doing it. Before, I was making this little outline and then going forward to make little triangles on the side, but I'm going back to starting at the middle point and just bringing out those little arches. I feel like it's so much easier. You don't have to worry about the little triangles being the same proportion on both sides. You literally just have to make your smile line, fill it in, and then go back, y'all. So right here, I am filling it in. I'm not worried about the smile line. I'm not worried about it being perfect. I'm just worried about getting it filled in. Once it's filled in, then that's when I will go ahead and clean it up. Now, I may have to go ahead and dip my other brush in some acetone or some alcohol to move the line back or to basically erase something. But for the most part, me doing it this way, I'm comfortable doing it this way. So the other way that I was doing, it was just a way for me to teach y'all a different way to do the French. But this way, I'm telling y'all. It's so much easier. Try it this way. Just see how high up you want your French and just pull those lines down. And another tip that I want to give y'all is just to look at your nail from every angle, especially when you're doing these Frenchies. Look at your nail from every angle just to see if it's looking good from every angle. I am not that skilled yet, so I do have to go over my Frenchies with a second coat. I personally like using the skinny brush that I was using to do the double coat too, or the second coat, but that was just another way for me to show y'all how to speed up the process, especially if you're going to be doing nails for clients. You don't want to be on their hands for a super long time. Nobody likes going to the nail salon and sitting in there for 5 hours. So if you just put like some polish on the actual brush that comes with the gel polish and just do like the tip, you don't want to flood the nail because you don't want like your French to be a little elevated. When I first started, it was always like a little tiny hump, and you'll notice that hump when you go to put your top coat on, because you'll have to get inside that crease. But you don't want to flood the nail. That's why I like using a skinnier brush, because you can't pick up that much polish and you're not going to flood it. But we got our second coat on the the pointer finger. We cured it, and now I'm making that second little pile for that brown polish, because remember the first one had the blooming gel in it. So I'm just making a second little pile, and then what is it? I don't even think it's called a pile. A second little swab or swatch of polish. Girl, it's a different one that don't have the blooming gel in it, okay? And I'm just doing the same thing, making a French, and then of course I'm going to double coat that too. But y'all, I have an idea. Y'all know October is coming up, which is Vlogtober, and ever since I started YouTube, I started Vlogtober. I never completed it, but I really want to do it, and I feel like the easiest thing for me to do Vlogtober with would be like 30 days of nails or 30 days of press on, something like that, opposed to 30 days of vlogs. Editing a vlog every day is literally time consuming. I won't have time for my kids, that man, myself, like, no. So what y'all think? Would y'all like 30 days of nails and no vlogs, no hair videos, no nothing, just all nail videos 30 days straight? I'm thinking about that just for Vlogtober, but maybe just doing I don't know, y'all. I gotta think about it. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a good idea? Do y'all want me to participate in Vlogtober? And then if I do Vlogtober, y'all gotta let me know. Do y'all want the same type of videos, like all nail videos, all vlogs? Or do y'all want me to continue to just doing a mixture of the mommy content, the vlogs, the shopping, the hauls, the nails? If y'all want me to do everything, just let me know. But at this point, all of the nails are Frenched and double coated. Now we're going in with another coat of the matte coat. But so far, y'all see we had the base coat, then the builder gel, then the 2 layers of the French polish, and then another layer of matte coat. So it's a lot of polish. That's why you want your layers to be thin, so it won't be bumpy, it won't be lumpy. I was watching Marissa Marie, and she had ordered some press-ons from either Temu or Shein, and they were the handmade ones, and she said that they was kind of bumpy, and that is what will happen. Your polish won't cure smoothly if you use too much polish, if you're not polishing the right way. I don't know how to polish the right way. I see a lot of people, they start all the way at the bottom and then bring the polish all the way up. Girl, I paint the way I want to paint, and if it don't look smooth after I put it inside of that UV light, then I'm starting over. But yeah, more nail art coming. We are going to start with our, pointer finger, and I've been wanting to do this little design so many times. Like, I done messed up because doing this little flick is not as easy as it may seem, or is not as easy as it may look. So you see me going over it, I'm erasing it. I'm using just an alcohol wipe, y'all, to wipe it off, and it comes right off. But it was kind of hard. It was my first time doing it, and I feel like I have done a line before. That's literally all it is. It's just a line. But it's not that easy, y'all, especially if you don't want to double coat it. And I didn't want to do that with this design because it's so like intricate, I feel like. But I was able to accomplish it, and you literally just use that long brush. I'm using either a 20 millimeter or a 25 or 22. It's over 20, I know that much. But you just literally draw the line, and once you get to the end, you just relieve pressure and flick it off. The same way that we do our little zebra designs, but the line is just a little bit longer, if that makes sense. And y'all know, like, this design be having the little dots on the side, so you literally just use your dotting tool to make dots, and the dotting tools come with different size dots. I use the smaller side on one of my smaller dotting tools just to achieve the dots. And then the dots, I try to make them like in size order, bigger to smaller. I don't know if I accomplished that. it kind of looked like it. Let me look at my fingers because they on my nails right there. Yeah, I did. I was able to make them bigger to smaller. I messed up right here because I feel like that first dot is way too big. But anyway, I feel like the nail design still came out cute. So we cured that, or we put it on the stand, and then I moved on to the ring finger. And y'all, this design was not on the Inspo. They had that big flower, like the 3D flower. I don't know how to make that yet, and I'm gonna learn with y'all. Like, we're gonna do it on a video together. But I decided to go to one of my favorite designs. It's not easy, but it's not hard. Even like the idea, the concept of it is not hard, but actually putting the paintbrush to the nail could be a little tedious. So basically, I'm just making lines. Like, the concept is easy, right? I'm just making squiggly lines everywhere, and I don't want too much white space. So what I like to do is I just like to make a section and then go in that section and just fill up the gaps, if that makes sense. Y'all, when I tell y'all, is no thought to it. I promise you, is no thought to it. If I mess up, I mess up. But that's if I'm messing up and the lines are too thick or too thin or not in the line. Like, if it's messed up, then I'm doing it. Then I'm erasing it. But the lines itself, I'm not going to tell you, oh, you go right here and then you go left there. No, you just make squiggly lines, or even straight lines, or curved lines, crescent lines, any kind of line that you desire. I'm telling you, that's all it is to it. And I'm just going back over just to fill in those extra gaps, because I told you I didn't want like too much of white, but I did want some white so you could see it. But I feel like the design came out super freaking cute. I absolutely love it. And the color schemes, okay? And we are moving on to the pinky. We're applying some blooming gel, and we're just going to do that little, y'all know I don't know my animals. We're going to do this design on the pinky, but you need the blooming gel, so of course it can spread. Somebody let me know what it is, what animal print this is. I don't even want to give a hint, because the hint that I think it is, I know it's probably not. But anyway, super cute. And that design is simple too. You just make dots, y'all, and you just let the blooming gel do what it needs to do. Okay, so moving on to, I believe, the middle finger. I'm trying a new little technique to try to keep my bow on. Y'all know when it comes to bows, they either pop off or they snag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top coat all of the nails, right? And then when it comes to the nails that require the charms, like the ring finger, the pinky, and the middle finger, the last three fingers on your hand, when it comes to those three nails, I'm going to still top coat it, and then I'm going to put the rhinestone glue on. Before, I would top coat it, cure it, and then come back with the rhinestone glue. But here we go. We're top coating it, and then we're going to put the rhinestone glue on it. We're going to put the bow on top of that rhinestone glue, and then we're going to cure everything together. And so far, so good. The nails have been on for probably about 3-4 days now, and no snagging, and the bow is still there. But I think I am going to go ahead and continue on with this way, because y'all, the glue, you know how you got the bow on, right? And then there's still that opening between the nail and like the part that wasn't glued or didn't touch the glue. I feel like when it comes to the top coat and the rhinestone gel, it spreads it out, so it's not that big of a gap. So I feel like that's why it's not snagging. But somebody had left that comment on one of my nail videos previously, and I'm like, let me go ahead and just try it, and I like it. So if that was you who commented, thank you. I don't know if it's just me, or have y'all noticed that I haven't been using like a whole bunch of rhinestones on my nails ever since the bows came out, and I found out about those. Oh my goodness, I'm a sucker for a bow. But I feel like I still needed some type of shine, and this will just suffice for now and fill that void of a stone or something shiny on my nails. But yeah, we just added 2 little stones on the last 2 fingers. We did it the same way, top coat, then the rhinestone glue, and then cure it. So it came out really, really cute. I didn't apply them with y'all. I did on TikTok, and here go the video. I really don't care what the color to say. The fall is here. It's literally cold outside. So I made these nails to match the aesthetic, you know, the fall with the browns and the creams, and I think they came out really cute. And I got the inspo from Teaunca, but y'all, I got my nails all filed. I wiped them down with some alcohol, and this time I'm using KDS glue. I have been recently using Pink Kiss nail glue, or Kiss Pink nail glue, and it has been working really, really good, but I forgot that I ordered this and I ran out of the other glue, so here we go. I think this set came out so cute. I really like this little design that I have on the pointer finger with the little lines and the dots. Y'all know I'm gonna forever have a bow on my nails. I really do not care. And we did a little design with the blooming gel, but y'all, the tutorial is coming to YouTube on Tuesday.